It's January 3rd, 2025. Welcome back to another edition of the Friday Five. All right, we're going to kick things off like we do every week with mortgage rates. This week has been another pretty light trading week with the holiday falling in the middle. Also, there wasn't a ton of really significant economic data. We did see mortgage rates on the conventional 30-year fixed come down from 7.12% last week to 7.07% this week. Currently, FHA down to 6.39% from 6.46%. VA down to 6.41% from 6.47%. Again, these are all averages from Mortgage News Daily. Next week, there's a little bit more economic reports, so we will see where we go. All right. Number two, 2025 mortgage rate forecast. So in this graph that you'll see up here, Housing Wire compiled forecasts from 11 different sources, all within the housing industry or the financial sector. And basically, most are predicting rates from the low sixes to the low sevens. That's kind of generally the range. NAR is the only real outlier. They're predicting 5.75 to 6.25. Of course, we're starting the year at 7.07 on the conventional, so they're kind of already wrong. And that's what my experience has shown me, that forecasts are worth looking at because it does give us some type of potential range, but a lot of times these forecasts are wrong. So take them, as a data point, but not necessarily as gospel. All right, number three, the stat of the week. So this one kind of blew my mind. According to FHFA, which is the entity that oversees Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac conventional loans, the average loan-to-value ratio in the United States is 46.6% right now. And that's for properties that have a mortgage. And then another 40% of U.S. homes have no mortgage. They're owned free and clear. So there is an astounding amount of equity in real estate in the United States right now. And if we compare that back to 2010, back then, 23% of U.S. homes were underwater, meaning the mortgage balances were more than the house was worth, and the average loan-to-value ratio was just under 85% nationally. So we are in a very different housing market now compared to back then. All right, number four, Barry Habib from MBS Highway is hosting a 2025 housing forecast webinar this upcoming Monday, January 6th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Barry has been a preeminent voice in the housing industry, in the mortgage space for probably 30 to 40 years. And I'm sure this webinar that they're hosting will have some really informative content. So check it out. If you're a person who likes data, I think it'll be worth your time. All right, number five, the thought of the week. So as you're kicking off 2025, a lot of people are goal setting early in the year for this year. And a big thought that I want you to consider, when you're setting goals, make sure you set goals that are worth achieving. And here's what I mean by that. Whenever you have a goal and you strive for that goal, there are going to be things along the way that you sacrifice. Make sure that you aren't sacrificing priorities for less important goals. Here's how that plays out in my life. I've been a pretty avid triathlete for, the last 7 or 8 years. And I started with sprint triathlons, a shorter distance, went all the way up to doing 2 Ironmans. I did my second Ironman in 2022. And after that race, I decided I'm not going to do any Ironman races. I'm still going to do triathlons, but I'm not going to do Ironman races. Here's why. When you train for an Ironman race, there are weekend days where you have to go for really long bike rides, like 5-6 hour bike rides. And no matter how early I started those rides, I would lose at least half a weekend day with my family. And I have a wife, 6 kids. And I just decided spending time with my family is more important. So I'm still doing triathlons. And this year I'm going to do a half Ironman distance race. But I just decided the sacrifice of that time with them is not worth the goal setting of doing another Ironman triathlon, at least at this point. My kids will grow up and they won't be around as much, and maybe I'll change my mind at that point. But anyway, make sure you are setting goals that are worth achieving. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and let me know if I can help you in any way.